All right, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kaha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone who taught me this truth. Sincere Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, this is going to be a quick video, and I'm going to basically, talk about this movie that's in theaters right now. It's a hot topic amongst the body. It's this movie called Civil War. Now, I just pretty much want to do a quick review on, some of the key points that I noticed while watching that movie. Okay. And, that movie pretty much interprets what's getting ready to happen in America. Okay. America is getting ready to turn into, a civil war society where it's every man for themselves. And it was a whole lot going on in that movie. I encourage brothers to go check it out, because there are some key points that you'll notice right off the bat. And, while you're watching that movie, a whole bunch of scriptures should be popping in your head. Like when I was watching that movie, a whole bunch of, Jacob's trouble scriptures was popping into my head, like, the scriptures talking about to be sedition amongst men, because in the movie, people was fighting back against the military. You had clans, of people that were, they had their own guns and they had their own armory. Okay. And they was in an all out war against the U.S. military. You see? And that type of shit is gonna happen in this country. Okay. The more and more that the U.S. government continues with this political theater show, okay, the more and more angry people are going to get, right? And, when they officially cut off the resources, people are just going to lose it, right? That's what's going to do it. I believe personally, that's what's going to do it. That's what's going to make these people, flip, is when they start shutting off the resources. There's no more lights in the city. No more food coming into the stores. No more 911 assistance. Okay? Because just those couple of resources that I just mentioned, that's pretty much like the bread and butter of America, man. Those are resources that people use every day out here, man. And once those resources are stripped away, okay, people are going to fight back and people are going to lose it. All right. Because the average person out here doesn't have faith in the Lord. The average person gave up on the Messiah returning a long time ago. They think that that's a fairy tale, a myth. So when things get chaotic, they're going to resort to a carnal, primitive avenue, you see, and it's going to result to anarchy in the streets. All right. Now, I want to talk about, because I only got two scriptures here, but I got this scripture right here. And, this is something that I noticed while watching that movie. This is 2nd Esdras 15:12. It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. Now, when you go into the Hebrew word for Egypt, the Hebrew word is matazarium, right? and ultimately means bondage, captivity, double straights, right? Because Egypt represents the captivity, the hardcore slavery of the Israelites, right? And then the Israelites were enslaved in America as well, right? And the so-called white man knows that, you know? That's why when you look on the dollar bill, what do you see? You see the pyramid, the all-seeing eye, the eye of Horus, which represents Egypt. Egypt represents slavery, okay? So a lot of times in the scriptures, the Most High refers to America as Egypt, okay? And when it says Egypt shall mourn, okay, it ultimately means that in the latter days, America is going to be in a weeping state, right? When they shut off the resources, when they cut off the the supply chain out here, people are going to be mourning and weeping, man. You know, when these freaky ass spirits, these spirits created for vengeance, when they have when those type of spirits are running around out here, you know, just causing carnage, you know, people are going to be mourning. You know what I'm saying? When they realize that their government betrayed them and deceived them this whole time. Okay? All right. It says, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. Now, I'm going to spoil the movie a little bit, so be warned. Okay? This is a spoiler alert, but when I seen this certain scene in the movie, this scripture came to mind because it was a certain scene where the protagonists of the movie, the main actors, right, and they were photographers, they were sitting somewhere in a hotel, right, and it was a whole bunch of people in the hotel, but while they were sitting in the hotel, the lights were cut on and off, right? And then one of the main actors, she went to try to get on the elevator to go back to her room, her hotel room, and the front desk receptionist told her that there's no power to the elevators, so you'll have to use the stairs. You see? This scripture popped up in my mind as soon as I seen that scene, because that's a representation of the foundation of Egypt being smitten with plagues, man. The foundation is the root. Okay? And, you know, the foundation of America is the electricity that's running through every street, every state. You know, everywhere you go, there's electricity that's keeping everything on. You see? Now, pretty soon, America's not going to be able to afford this electricity. And that's ultimately what you've seen in the movie. You know, the hotel had to use backup generators to keep the electricity on. You see? Because there's not enough electricity to go around anymore. You know? See, everything that these people have access to today, all right, they take for granted, and they think that all of these resources that they have, they think that this is going to be here forever. Okay? People just wake up and just turn lights on and wake up and go in the refrigerator, eat some food, go to the grocery store, get some more food. People think that it's going to be like that forever. And they don't what could I say, study the logistics of how things are up and running in this country. Okay? There are businesses and organizations that keep these things going, that keep the supply chains going out here. Once those businesses stop, once those businesses are hit with major disruptions, okay, things are going to start shutting off. All right. And you're already seeing that, you know, you're already seeing that because food is starting to hyperinflate. You know, the price of living to get an apartment, you know, you're not getting a decent apartment anymore for anything less than $2,000, especially in California. You got to pay about $2,000, man, out here, you know, to get an apartment. America is failing from the inside out, man. All right. And that's the foundation of this place being smitten with plagues, man. You see? And you see a lot of that in this movie, man. You know, people were sleeping in tents, whole families sleeping in tents, you know? Let's get another precept. Now, there was another scene in the movie where the main actors, they pulled up at a gas station, right? And it was some men that were posted up at the gas station with machine guns, and I guess they were regulating all the gas that goes into people's cars. Now, one of the actors, right? It was a female. She was trying to get some gas. And she told the man, she said, look, I got $300 if you just give us half a tank, something like that. You know, basically, I got $300 for you if you give us some gas. $300. And the man with the machine gun said, he laughed at her. You know, he said, $300. The best you can get with $300 is a sandwich, you know, and that's of a truth. OK, because what you're seeing right now is the paper dollar is starting to devalue. OK, look at all these countries that's adopting digital wallets now, you know, and if all these countries, if they adopt digital currency and they no longer deal with paper money, well, ultimately what that means is America will have to trade and barter with digital money, right? America won't be able to trade and barter with other countries with paper money anymore because they won't accept it. So pretty soon, paper money is not going to be worth shit. You know, $300 in that movie was worth a sandwich. Imagine what you can buy with $300 today. You can get a whole lot of sandwiches with $300 today. You know what I mean? But hey, pretty soon $300 is you know, $300 is going to be the next, is going to be the new 50 cents. Okay? Because the money, all right, is getting ready to switch, right? And that's how we know that an economic collapse, another recession is getting ready to happen. Because if you got all these countries that's adopting a digital wallet, all right, what does that mean for the American US dollar? That means that it's going to crash. Okay? It's going to crash. And one day, people are going to go inside of their supermarkets. They're going to go inside of their Starbucks or wherever the fuck they go. Best Buy, right? And it's going to be triple the price for everything. I'm talking about a carton of eggs that was once $6 is now $55. You know, gas, which was once $4 a gallon, is now $15 a gallon. You see? And those type of prices, it don't matter how much, it don't matter how well off you are in this society, you know what I mean? Unless you're like super, super rich, okay, it's gonna affect you, right? Even people who let's just say, for instance, they live a pretty decent life where they have a 2-story house, you know, 2 cars in a garage, you know, pretty decent life. Those type of prices are gonna crumble their pockets. Even those type of people are gonna they're gonna hit rock bottom if prices spike up that high. Okay? So that's what's getting ready to happen. All right? And you see it creeping up slowly but surely. All right? Top economists are telling people that this could be the year that the US dollar crashes. All right?
Supervisor, food truck has arrived.
So let me go ahead and get this precept and shut it down. This is Ezekiel 7:19. It says, they shall cast their silver in the streets and their gold shall be removed. Right. And that's ultimately talking about the money, the currency. OK, people are ultimately going to, let go of the, the paper dollar. OK, because it's not going to be worth anything anymore. All right. So when you see these rappers that got a whole bunch of money to their head, just some ignorant, dumb, degenerate nigga with a big stack of money and he holding it to his head like a cell phone. OK, all of that shit is getting ready to be vain. It's not even gonna matter. OK, people are going to go back to the barter system to where you trade goods and resources again. Paper money has been the biggest scam for decades now, man. All right. And now these other countries, they're catching on. OK. And they're going in the opposite direction, which ultimately means pain, misery, and distress for America. It says their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. You see? That money is not going to be able to, that money is not going to deliver people. OK? A lot of these people out here, they hid behind their money for years, because they got a good job. They got a better car than the next person. So they hid behind their luxuries and their status in this world because of what their bank account looks like. But, hey, in that day, everybody's going to be brought down to the same level, man. A nigga that has that 2-story house, he's getting ready to, get evicted, and he going to be living in a tent with him and his family. It says, they shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowls, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. You see? So the Lord is getting ready to crash all this shit, man. All right. And what you seeing in that movie, Civil War, OK, that's what this world is getting ready to reflect. All right. And it's going to be much worse than Civil War. Civil War was kind of a PG-13 movie, kind of, as in regards to what a real civil war is going to look like. That's one thing I didn't really like about that movie, how it was kind of watered down. They kind of watered it down on what's really going to go down in that day. There's going to be a whole lot going on. Women are going to be targeted, OK, for sexual endeavors. Right. Women are going to be sexually abused. Right. Men are going to be hunted down and murdered, OK, for their resources or just for the hell of it. It's going to be all types of wicked ass spirits out here that's going to be implementing the Lord's judgment. Okay. So when that day does come, okay, everybody who's not covered by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to be in trouble. All right. So with that, shut it down. Give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Shalom.